Edge on two wheels, and this is part 4 of the helmet series. I'm going to talk about my previous helmets before the S4 SV. The first helmet I ever had was an old laser helmet, about, I don't know, 5 or 10 years old, which I bought second-hand for 15 euros just for karting, not for motorcycling. It fit poorly, it was large, my head is a medium, it wasn't comfortable, it was breaking apart, the EPS foam was breaking apart and leaving residue everywhere. It was basically a piece of shit, and it had all the protective properties of a tinfoil hat. So that was replaced pretty quickly, because eventually I figured it out that it wasn't safe even for karting, any kind of hit, and it would freaking hurt. Okay, stupidity from the guy in front. Yeah, right, the laser. So I packed it off. Then I bought the cheapest new helmet I could find, which was the MDS Edge. I found one in the UK with a glorious looking graphics and flames and stuff. I bought for 15 euros a rainbow iridium visor, and I bought this mohawk you're seeing here and put it on top of the helmet, and I went to the go-kart track for the corporate championship, and it looked just absolutely awesome. And then I started motorcycling to work every day, and the disadvantages of having a cheap-ass helmet came to light immediately. It was good enough for karting. Well, actually not, but I didn't know better at the time. Safety-wise, it's as safe as any other ECE approved helmet, so it was safe. Thing is, ventilation, none. What ventilation? It was just 2 little gaps in front, useless ones, unless you were in tucked over position going over 100 kilometers per hour. And there were 2 really ridiculous top vents which were impossible to open or close even without gloves. You just had to take off the helmet to be able to open and close those. The visor misted horribly, and so that was the helmet I had before packing onto the AGV S4 SV. So if you are going to buy a helmet, any helmet is safe as long as it's approved, DOT, ECE, whatever E. It's going to be safe enough, but it will probably not be good enough. More expensive helmets, the first jump from the inexpensive $50 to $100 helmets is basically ventilation and defogging properties. That's the 2 main things. From then on up, you get improvements by, especially in the first next segment, from 100 to up to 200 and something euros, dollars, whatever. You get big improvements in material quality. The interior starts to be washable and removable. Everything's built better. The helmets become much lighter because they stop using plastic and become some other materials, fiberglass or something like that, which is lighter. The visors become better, the viewports become larger, the whole helmet gets a quality upgrade. And then from the 200 up, you get smaller but the same kind of improvements. Lighter helmets, better viewports, either bigger or defogging ones, or sun visors included, something like that. It really depends. And then on to the huge expensive ones like $400, $500, the Showays, the Arais, etc. Those then become specialized in something. Most of them are usually race helmets, but Schubert usually does street ones, which are extremely high quality helmets that will last you a long time, will be as perfect in day one as the day you are going to have to retire them, because the EPS starts breaking apart. So that's a property of the inner foam, it's not a defect. You have to replace them after 5, 6, 7 years, not much more than that. So they're going to be always awesome. They usually have great ventilation and/or good sound insulation. They're really top-notch helmets. They'll be very comfortable. They can be all broken apart and washed. Usually, I've been asked several times if it's worth it to buy a $500 helmet. It depends. If you're riding a lot, maybe. If you're just commuting to work like me, probably not. Because, okay, you're going to stay at least 1 hour on the bike, so you need a good helmet, but it's a bit overkill. If you have the money, go for it. There's no problem, but it might be a bit of an overkill. If you go moto touring, you like to do big trips, 300, 400, 3,000 kilometer trips, okay, then that's important, because those are going to be comfortable the whole trip through, and they're going to be light and whatnot. So yeah, you should look at the price, but don't think that a more expensive helmet is going to be necessarily safer, because some of them aren't. You're going to buy, your money is not going into safety usually, okay? As a general rule, yes, they will be slightly, but for example, for double the price you get, like, I don't know, I'll just pull this out of my ass, 10% better protection. It's not quite relevant. There's a couple of websites that show you this. But what you are going to buy is comfort, and comfort is safety. Is comfort and features, defogging, internal sun visor, stuff like that, that makes your life easier. So yeah, is it worth it? Yeah, plunk as much money on your helmet as you can, because it's the one thing you have to use, and it's the one that can annoy you the most if it's not good enough. So yeah, that's it. This was the longest one, and I'm out. Guys, you're out.